How do you become the 1% in any industry? How do you become the top producing person? If you're interested to learn how to do that in the mortgage space, then you're watching the right video. My name is Zevi Shaffer and I'm an owner of a mortgage company in Los Angeles. What I want to talk to you about today is being that 1%. I don't think it's luck by any means. So with that, let's get started, all right? There's two things that fall into the first bucket: units, meaning the number of loans that you actually originate, and the actual loan volume. So let me give you an example. Say that you're an originator that does 50 loans that are $200,000 a piece, right? So that means you're somebody who actually funds $10 million a year, okay? So you might ask yourself, if I don't originate 50 units, depending on which part of the country you're in, right? I'm in Los Angeles, so an average loan amount would be 500,000 or more. Then you can do the math and say, okay, well, that's my target. That's how I'm going to get to that type of a loan volume. But what if you were able to do that, as an example, with five loans that are $2 million a piece? Would that free up a bunch of your time? Would that make your life a lot easier? And you might say, but that's really a different ball game. We don't have those type of loan volumes where I'm at. Who are you originating these for? Luxury and real estate agent, clientele like that, which most of us do not service. Stay tuned. Let's continue this, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. We know that there are different ways to put ourselves out there. We have to put ourselves out there. Otherwise, no one would know about it. No one would even know that we do this for a living, right? And you could market in different ways, right? You could do email campaigns, you could do social media, you could do face-to-face, which I love because I think it's a lot more powerful, or you could just do a combination of all of them. But at the end of the day, whomever it is that I'm marketing to, is it likely that my marketing is going to stop there, or will it actually continue? And what does that mean exactly? Well, think about it. If you're a loan originator and you're marketing to the consumer, you might be building yourself a book of business, which is great. But at the end of the day, once they do a single transaction, typically, unless it's an investor, they're going to stop there. They're not going to continue giving you more business, again, unless it's an investor. But on the flip side of the coin, what if it's a real estate agent or a CPA or an attorney or a builder, right, or a developer? Then those people will continue feeding you business. Your marketing efforts are the same. So maybe you're marketing one way to consumers, maybe you're marketing another way to business partners. But the point is, if you don't have a predictable system in place that's going to generate leads, then it would be very difficult to continue spinning that hamster wheel, right? To continue generating loans. I'm just saying that by soliciting the referral partner versus the end user, you can count on that wheel to continue to spin. Now, moving on to the third bucket, there's a book out there. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. And it talks about a red ocean and a blue ocean. And the red ocean is basically the marketplace, the way you know it to be today, and you're competing for the business, right? And at the end of the day, you're just trying to get a percentage of the marketplace, but it's a bloody marketplace. You constantly have to compete, you have to reduce prices simply to gain market share. And I feel like if you constantly are battling it out in that category, you're bound to fail. Versus, what if you could shift gears? What if you could be in a blue ocean? And what does that even mean? It means uncharted territory, somewhere where there are no rules. You're the ones who is setting the rules because there's an abundance of opportunity to grow your business, to be a lot more profitable. Let me give you an example. I went camping with my family and we drove up to this beautiful lake. And when me and my kids went out there were like 1,000 fishing poles in the water, and I couldn't catch any fish. There was an opportunity to go climb this mountain for about an hour, and then when you get up to the top, it's nice and breezy, very beautiful, and even more beautiful lake. And guess what? There are no fishing poles in the water. You're basically the only fisherman there. So how much more likely would you be to not only catch a fish, but catch a much larger fish? So you might be thinking, okay, I like that, but like, where are you going with this? The people that I've known to originate private money loans and commercial loans have always made a lot more money. I've had a lot less competition than trying to chase the residential deals. Now, I'm not saying don't do the residential deals. I'm just saying if I had to focus, my main focus would definitely not be on the residential side. It would be on the private money and on the commercial side, even though I could still originate both type loans. You might be thinking, but I don't know anything about that. How would I even learn about it? I've actually taken 10 years of knowledge. I condensed it over a period of a year into what I call the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy. And there's a link available for you in the description of this video, and you can check it out. It's a very simple to follow roadmap that could take a beginner and walk them through a commercial or private money transaction from start to the finish line with all the forms that I've ever created, my proprietary forms. Let me tell you why it's more lucrative. Interest rates on residential deals have been locked up for 30 years. But when you're looking at the commercial business, as an example, most loans, most of them are locked up for 3, 5, and 7 years, which means that an operator of a business or an owner, if they don't turn around and refinance that asset when it becomes due, then they would have to sell it, which means that that opportunity is available for you nationally, right? Now, same thing that we were talking about earlier. You're like, how are you coming up with 5 deals, $2 million? Because that would be a very typical deal on the commercial scale. That would actually be a very small deal, to be honest with you. And so if you're a guy who's thinking, I really have to originate 50 deals at 200,000, what about if you incorporated commercial lending into your toolkit, and then you were able to do 1 or 2 commercial loans a year? It would make your life a lot easier. It would be a lot quicker to be able to get to the finish line. If you have questions about any of this, just drop it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer it for you. As a matter of fact, I would love to know what your takeaway is on all this stuff that I've been discussing with you, especially if you are already a loan originator. What questions do you have, all right? If you want to learn more about the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy, take a moment, check out the link in the description below. It's all there for you. If you enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll catch you again on the next video. Take care.